they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians.
The NDP is a branch plant now of the Liberal Party. Geez, only Jagmeet Singh could walk into a room with Trudeau and come out with a deal where he gets nothing. I mean, seriously.
Joe SNL with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Stephen Harper comments on the Jagmeet Singh, Justin Trudeau relationship. Play the clip.
With the NDP as a branch plant now of the Liberal Party, geez, only Jagmeet Singh could walk into a room with Trudeau and come out with a deal where he gets nothing. I mean, seriously. I say this is out of pure jealousy. I just wish I'd had an opposition leader like that someday. Support me and I'll make sure you never have to go back to the voters, or at least for 5 years.
Stephen Harper, who's a smart guy, he's an economist, must be watching this circus and just be shaking his head. He's a wealthy guy. I'll be honest with you. He's above the fray. He's watching this and just like, I told you, you elected a drama teacher to run your country, and he has run it into the ground at the expense of people because he's a globalist. And then he fires his cabinet, half his cabinet, optics, just some optics, full steam ahead, nothing changes. Harper must be howling. The only people who are not howling is you. This is unacceptable news. Pierre Poilievre addresses Trudeau's cabinet shuffle. Play the clip.
Speaking of humbled, don't we need some humility out of this Trudeau government in Ottawa? I guess they've got a cabinet shuffle coming. What do you think? Who do you think should be shuffled? All of them. Well, why don't we go through the list, okay? Because I know that Justin Trudeau is watching us all right now, and he'll be very interested in our last-minute advice to help make that decision.
Deck chairs on the Titanic.
Yes, deck chairs on the Titanic. That's a good way of putting it. But, we're trying to be helpful, aren't we? Or we're trying to be a helpful opposition. But, when you think about it, after 8 years, life costs more, work doesn't pay, housing costs have doubled, crime, chaos, drugs, and disorder reign in our streets. At the end of the day, there's one minister who is responsible for it all. He's the minister that's in charge of everyone. The buck stops with him. He is responsible for the higher prices, the higher taxes, the growing crime, the endless corruption. Why don't we shuffle out Justin Trudeau while we're at it? Shuffle him out.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was in Montreal recently, and I was in a Pizza Hut buying dinner for my kids. And I was watching on the news the coverage of the shuffle, Trudeau laying off half of his cabinet, pure optics, nothing's going to change. And the newscasters were laughing. Sadly, people will buy it. He's playing the Canadians once again. People will buy it. They think somehow now things are going to be different. Things are going to change. Nothing is going to change. Pure optics, full steam ahead. That means full steam ahead over you, with or without the current cabinet. Doesn't matter. Carbon tax. This makes no sense. Play the clip.
Fight fires with inflation. This Liberal government's inflation is causing the cost of food and groceries to skyrocket. Farmers pay carbon tax to get their crops from the field to their warehouse, from the warehouse to the grocer's warehouse. Then the grocers pay carbon tax to get the food to the grocery store. And then families pay carbon tax to drive to the grocery store to buy their food. This tax on tax on tax, it never ends, and it's increasing the cost of our food. There's no common sense in this. So when will this government axe their carbon tax there?
Miss, it's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to change the way you live. All the rest is optics. All of it. It's a distraction. Full steam ahead. It's not supposed to make sense. You don't get it. Jagmeet Singh tours a school for Indigenous communities. It's pretty bad. Play the clip.
Wapiton Dakota First Nations hasn't had a properly functioning school in a long time.
It's rotting from the inside out. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yes, we have termites.
I tour across the country. The conditions are not, these are not normal conditions. This is not how it should be. I'm sure you know that. This is not acceptable. This is not right. I went to the school itself, and the building, main structure, the roof is caving in, and there's black mold. This is often the reality for Indigenous children in our country.
Jagmeet, couple points. All you're doing is pointing out the obvious. What's the solution? What's the solution, Jagmeet? This is what this cat does. He just points out the obvious and he puts it on Twitter, kind of like me. I want you to look at this clip. There's this dude screaming about 2 feet away from Trudeau's face, right in his face. Trudeau ignores him like he's not even there. Play the clip.
Arrest this piece of shit! Arrest him! You're a criminal! You're a criminal! You're the reason why Mike didn't get a fucking appointment, nothing! You're a piece of shit criminal! You're a fucking criminal! You need to be arrested!
That should tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. All the podium talks, all the news coverage, all the protesting, all the shouting means nothing to him. Nothing to him. Pure optics, full steam ahead, Canada last, globalist agenda first. Trudeau shuffles his cabinet. Let's look at a before and after shot. That's about right. Nothing's changing. Let's build back better, Canada. Play the clip.
Oh, fuck.
See someone is dangling underneath. I told you, forget about that shit. Let's go.
The city of Toronto is now considering a ban on 2-stroke engine machines such as lawnmowers and leaf blowers. They want you to rent them from the state. Gas is bad. You can't cut your lawn in Toronto. It's bad. We got to ban all gas. That includes farting. The people of Toronto are pissed. They're protesting because of the rising crime in their communities. They're marching towards City Hall. They're chanting, "Where is Olivia Chow?"
Chow! Where's Olivia Chow? Where's Olivia Chow? Where's Olivia Chow? Where's Olivia Chow? Let's go find her!
I'm going to tell you where Olivia Chow is. She's riding her bike. Bring in Dougie Ford so he can body slam somebody. Dougie Ford imparting some wisdom to Canada. Play the clip.
Like, what gives?
What gives? I'll tell you what gives, Dougie. Canada needs an exorcism. Listen to this moronic interview. Play the clip.
How much have you profited on those 25 in the past decade?
I mean, I'm not, I think it's important to talk about, I'm going to answer that question again, so I'm going to be sure
Yeah, how much have you profited on those sales?
When you ask, I'm going to give me a second to just make sure I have the right, okay, so, sorry, ask me the question again, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much have you profited, personally or business-wise, on the sales of those 25 properties in the last decade?
While I can't give you an exact number.
How is this tolerated? Take a look at this clip. Cops on bikes in Toronto getting pushed out of the way. Play the clip. Oh, you're in for a ride, Toronto. It's just beginning. There's going to be human poop on every corner. Olivia Chow's bringing in the poop. Get ready. It's going to smell pretty bad in Toronto. I can smell it already. To all my Canadian American friends, if you like what we do on the front line, I'm asking you to give $1. Just $1. Production costs money. We do it for you. We are self-funded, and $1 goes a long way. That's less than a cup of coffee. In Canada, a cup of coffee might cost $5, so you're getting off easy. Please, just give us $1, and we'll keep the content coming your way. God bless you, and remember, stay free.
The small fringe minority holding unacceptable views that they're